Hello student. In last lecture we are discussing the factors affecting on SN1 and SN2 reaction. Okay. Now first today we are summarize again the factors. The first factor is the nature of the substrate. So we consider that when you consider the mechanism of SN1 and SN2 reaction, we observe that for the SN1 reaction, in the case of the SN1 reaction, the rate determining step is the formation of carbocation. Formation of carbocation is the rate determining step for the SN1 reaction. As formation of the carbocation is a rate determining step for this reaction, so therefore rate of SN1 reaction is favored with the stability of carbocation. Stability of the carbocation will be favor the SN1 reaction. We also know that in 11th science we consider that the stability of the carbocation is that if you have the tertiary carbocation, the tertiary carbocation is a more stable than the secondary carbocation. Secondary carbocation is a more stable than the primary carbocation, and primary carbocation is more stable than the methyl carbocation. So this is a stability order of the carbocation. So this is the tertiary carbocation, this is the secondary carbocation, this is the primary, and this is the methyl carbocation. So this is the order of the stability, and therefore the SN1 reaction is favored with the more bulky carbocation, because this R group can show the two type of the effect. This R group will be have the inductive effect. More is the inductive effect, more is electron donating group, more is the stability of the carbocation. In the case of this, there are the 3 alkyl group. In case of the secondary, 2 alkyl group. In the case of the primary, there are 1 alkyl group. So therefore, the stability order is this. So therefore, I write here that SN1 reaction is favored with the tertiary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, then primary. Okay. Now let us consider the SN2 reaction. In SN2 reaction, when you consider the SN2 reaction, in SN2 reaction, the backside attack of the nucleophile, attack of nucleophiles will be takes place in the transition state. So nucleophile can be attacked from the backside because the less steric hindrance will be provided. If you consider the alkyl halide will be having, suppose you consider the alkyl halide is like this way. In this case, if the OH will become, so this halogen is suppose a chlorine, if the OH minus, that is a nucleophile, will become on the same side of this leaving group, then there is a steric repulsion. In order to avoid the steric repulsion between the same electronegative group, chlorine is also electronegative, OH is also electronegative, but chlorine will be here liberated, so it is called as a leaving group, and OH is attacked, so it is called as a nucleophile. So because of the repulsion between this, the OH can be attacked from the backside. So in SN2 reaction, the bulky here, the more hindered or crowded, crowding. If there is a crowding at the carbon in the transition state, it can be not favor the SN2 mechanism. So in order to minimize a steric effect in SN2 reaction, the nucleophile must be attacked from the backside. So therefore, SN2 reaction is favored with the less bulky alkyl group. So this is the order of the reactivity for the SN2 reaction. That is, a primary alkyl halide is more reacted by the SN1 reaction, then secondary and then tertiary, and tertiary alkyl halide is more show faster reaction for the SN1 reaction. Okay, and it observed that the secondary alkyl halide may prefer the SN1 reaction or SN2 reaction depending upon the condition considered. One more term is considered that suppose you have the primary benzylic halide, or if you have primary allylic halide. in case of primary benzylic halide, we know that benzylic halide, the halide in which the halogen is attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon, which is next attached to benzene, so it is called as a benzylic halide. So benzylic halide always prefer SN1 reaction. So why? Because if you consider if the X is gone, then in SN1 reaction the intermediate step is the formation of the carbocation. This is the benzylic carbocation, and this benzylic carbocation can be resonance stabilized. It can be resonance stabilized. Look here. So like this way, the resonance stabilization can be occur. So this CH2 can be, it has a electron deficient. It is stabilized by the double bond. So like this way, it is possible to draw the resonance structure with the benzylic cation. Okay. So now as it will donate the lone pair, so it has a positive charge. Now this positive charge again stabilized by this double bond. So I show the double-headed arrow, this resonance structure. So like this way, the benzylic halide can be stabilized with the help of the double bond of the benzene ring. So it can be further stabilized like this way. I can draw the further structure like this way. So here now double bond here shifted here and positive charge will be here. Okay, and in the last step, this positive charge is now stabilized by this. So like this way, it is because of the formation of the more resonance structure. We know that more is the resonance structure, better is the stability. So therefore, primary benzylic halide will be preferred by SN1 mechanism because of the stability of the benzylic carbocation which is formed in the reaction. Okay. Similarly, consider the primary allylic halide. In the case of the primary allylic halide, we know that what is the allylic halide? Again, the allylic halide in which halogen is attached to sp2, halogen is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon next to carbon-carbon double bond. It is a primary allylic halide. So if it go by SN1 mechanism, it again form the carbocation, and this carbocation is again stabilized by the double bond which is in conjugation of the, and therefore it can be now stabilized. Okay, so like this way, the primary allylic halide and the primary benzylic halide prefer for the SN1 reaction. Now suppose we have considered one example is there. Suppose I have the example of the primary alkyl halide. Suppose I have the example of the primary alkyl halide as a N-butyl bromide, and I have the second example for the secondary, that is a secondary butyl bromide. Suppose these are the two examples. So question is that in between these, who will be shows faster reaction for SN2 mechanism, if the question is like this way. So whether N-butyl bromide will be show the faster SN2 reaction or secondary butyl bromide can show the faster reaction. So as N-butyl bromide, if you write the structure of the N-butyl bromide, this is N-butyl bromide. N-butyl bromide is a primary alkyl halide, and secondary butyl halide is the secondary alkyl halide. So as it is a secondary butyl halide, so of course according to this, the primary alkyl halide can be shows more rate of reaction than the secondary alkyl halide. So N-butyl bromide can go faster rate reaction than the secondary butyl bromide. So like this way, you can consider the effect of the substrate. Next point is the effect of the nucleophilicity of the reagent. When you consider the nucleophilicity of the reagent, the second factor, nucleophilicity of reagent. So I already described that nucleophiles will have a tendency to release electron, tendency to lose or release electron. The better nucleophile will have a tendency to release more electrons, is a better nucleophile. Nucleophilicity is the more tendency to release the electrons. It is a nucleophilicity of the reagent. So we know that in the case of the SN2 reaction, rate of reaction depends upon the substrate as well as the nucleophile, and as stronger is the nucleophile, stronger is the nucleophile, more is the rate of reaction. So stronger nucleophile will be favor, stronger nucleophile will be favor the SN2 reaction. Okay, in the case of the SN1 reaction, as there is no role of the, in SN1 reaction, no role of nucleophile, because in the rate determining step the nucleophile will be not present. So SN1 reaction is not affected by nucleophile, not affected by nucleophile. So in the case of the SN1 reaction, if weak nucleophile is there, weak nucleophile is there, then weak nucleophile can also favor the SN1 reaction, because SN1 reaction has a no rule with the nucleophile. So remember, so nucleophiles have a tendency to release electron. More electron is released, more is the nucleophilicity of the nucleophiles. As in SN2 reaction, rate of reaction depends upon the nucleophile. So stronger is the nucleophile, faster is the rate of the reaction of the SN2 mechanism. In SN1 mechanism, there is no role of the nucleophile, so no effect of the nucleophile. So if weak nucleophile is there, so that may be favor your SN1 reaction. Okay. Now next point is the polarity, solvent polarity. Next point is the solvent polarity. In last lecture, I already described that the solvent is of the two types, aprotic and protic solvent. When you consider the polar solvent is of the two types. It is a polar protic solvent and polar aprotic solvent. I say that in the last lecture that a polar protic solvent favor SN1 reaction. So why the polar protic solvent favor SN1 reaction? Because in SN1 reaction, whatever the cations and anions are formed, these cations and anions are both stabilized by the polar protic solvent. For which I give the example. Suppose Na plus is there and OH minus is the anion, then this Na plus can be stabilized by the OH minus of the solvent. Suppose you have the water as a solvent and water has a oxygen is a electronegative, hydrogen is a electropositive. So oxygen can be stabilize the positive cation like this way. Similarly, in the case of the SN1 reaction, whatever the carbocation will be there, that carbocation will be stabilized by the oxygen of the electronegative group of the polar protic solvent. Okay, so it is stabilized by the all side of by this cation. Similarly, anion also stabilized by the this hydrogen. This oxygen also have the hydrogen. So this hydrogen is having the positive charge. I can draw here. Now the hydrogen is having positive charge. So this hydrogen is now stabilized, this negative oxygen. So like this way, from all the side, the hydrogen of the water will be stabilized, the negative cation. So like this way, the stability can be occur. So with the help of the polar protic solvent in SN1 reaction, the cations and anions are better stabilized by the proton of the protic solvent. Hence, SN1 reaction is favored with the polar protic solvent. Okay, but when you consider the SN2 reaction, in SN2 reaction, the polar protic solvent is not able to stabilize the cations and anions. And if it will stabilize the cations, or it will stabilize the anions, in SN2 reaction, the polar protic solvent is able to stabilize only the cations. Anions are not stabilized. Okay, and therefore it observed that in the case of the SN2 reaction, the polar protic solvent will be not favor the reaction, but the polar aprotic solvent will be favor the SN2 reaction. These 2 points you remember. Okay, so that is the third factor. Now one more factor we consider, that is the that is the leaving group. That is the leaving group. So we know that what is the leaving group? Leaving group is the group which can be removed in the reaction. Now we know that generally the SN reactions can be represented like this way. Here Nu is the nucleophile. In SN reaction, the nucleophiles will be replaced as the X, and you get a product like this way. So where X minus, remember in SN reaction, the nucleophiles will be bonded on the carbon of the substrate with the lone pair of electron, and the nucleophile can be removed with this is the leaving group. The leaving group can also remove with the lone pair of the electron. So if the better is the leaving group, more faster is the SN reaction. So remember, better nucleophile, better leaving group will be increases the rate of SN1 and SN2 reaction. So rate of the SN1 and SN2 reaction both affected by the leaving group. If the better is the leaving group, faster is the SN1 and SN2 reaction. So generally the leaving groups are the halides. So the halides with larger size, the halides with the larger size are better leaving group. So among the halogens, you consider that your fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. As iodine having larger size than the bromine, chlorine and fluorine, so iodine is a better leaving group. It is a better leaving group. With iodine, the reaction is occur faster than the other. Okay, because if the larger is the leaving group, this leaving group is larger, the longer is the bond length. If the longer is the bond length, this can be break very easily because of the less amount of the energy required to break that bond, and the X minus can go on very easily. So larger size leaving group will be better for the SN reaction. So remember, better leaving group can be increases the rate of SN1 and SN2 reaction. So like this way, we consider the factor affecting of SN1 and SN2 reaction. Okay, thank you.